Spelunky 2 has a 45% unemployment rate through their entire cast of characters. That's worse than the Great Depression from the United States by a lot. But that's okay because... Wait, why'd I write down why it's okay? It's not okay. So in this video, I'm gonna laugh at all the Spelunky characters that are unemployed because... I mean, come on, is there any other ideas at this point for Spelunky? So, yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna be basically telling you if the character is employed or not employed. We're going to go over all that. And of course, there's a few criteria, which, mine, you don't have to agree with them, but basically one of them is you have to have some sort of monetary compensation, preferably a salary and not like a freelance thing like I guess I've been doing for 3 years, right? And then the second thing is just really dumb. It just has to like sound like a job, just from my typical American mindset. So yeah, I'm gonna laugh at the 9 characters who are unemployed and congratulate the 11 who are employed. So if that sounds interesting, continue to watch. Thank you. Yeah, and I guess to continue to add on my criteria really quick before we begin, it's like, could you put it on a LinkedIn page? Like, could you put Spelunky YouTube or 7,800 subscribers approximately on a LinkedIn page? Sure, maybe you could. I'm not sure who would hire you, but you could. But some of these, I don't think you could. So let's begin. So we're going to begin with Anna Spelunky. She's come to the moon to find her mom and dad, an easygoing young lady with the heart of a hero. So I'm going to talk about Guy and Tina later, but in my honest opinion, and I guess I'll spoil it, to me, they are a professional adventurer because, I mean, they made it out of the caves. They've made millions, right? And Anna Spelunky, to me, is just not reached that status yet. Also, Anna Spelunky seems pretty young, so I don't really know how that would all work. I don't think she's done enough adventures to be called a professional yet because I'm pretty sure this was like her first big adventure. So, unemployed. Next is Margaret Tunnel. A fascination with the ocean led her away from the family business. Her dream is to buy her own pirate ship. So as we can see, she was employed, but left that world. So right now she's like a freelance adventurer, I guess, or pirate. Yeah, and last time I checked, being a pirate was against the law, so just gonna say unemployed. Okay, so next we've got Colin Northward, an inquisitive artist and engineer who's obsessed with Olmec and the curse of the caves. So this is a good description. He's an artist, professionally, I don't know. Engineer, to me, that's something that you get a 4-year degree for, which obviously you don't need a degree to get a job, but clearly he's an engineer, that's a job. My God, all these ads. I'll do my best to crop those out. So to me, he's the first employed character. And then next we have, this guy right here, ROFFY D SLOTH. He has a lot of deep thoughts, but not a lot that he wants to say out loud. Unemployed. But before we move on, I mean, he's not a human, so I don't know how that works. It's not real, but unemployed, whatever. Okay, next we have Alto. He works in physical education and wants to make sure everyone's taking good care of their health and staying positive. To me, that's a pretty clear indication that he's a physical education teacher at, I'm guessing, a school, or maybe he's like a personal trainer at a gym, something like that. Those are both jobs, so he's employed. Next we have Liz, a tough-as-nails adventurer who is hard to warm up to and needs her solitude, but also cares deeply for her friends. This is one of them where we just don't have enough information. Also, kind of looks like a child, and there are laws against that. Typically, If you're under 14, it's illegal to be employed. So all indications are unemployed. Okay, next we have NECA the Eagle. This one, I don't know what to do with. This is the first one. There are a few I don't really know what to do with NECA. A ferocious warrior chief who wants to confront the gods and question them about the problems of the universe. So, to me, this is one where not enough information, because it's a completely kind of different world that they're living in. So here's a statement that my lawyer put together. Just give me a second to read it. Quote, traditional jobs are typically associated with monetary compensation and a defined career path, whereas a tribal chief's role is more about service to the community and upholding traditions, often without a salary. Wasn't that great? Yeah. Anyway, thanks for my lawyer for that statement. Don't question it. But for the purposes of this video, unemployed. Okay, next is Lisa Project. A robot designed to explore and enjoy herself. After 1,000 years, she'll return to her creators with the data she's collected. Well, I mean, in the future, robots could take over the world. Therefore, they'll have their own world, own economy, own jobs. But as a human, I'm going to put my foot down and say that you're not real and you're unemployed. Okay, next is Coco Von Diamonds, the creator of the world-famous Von Diamonds fashion and lifestyle brand. She's on vacation right now. Pretty clearly states she has a job but is just on vacation, so it doesn't get any more clear than that. Employed. Next is Manfred Tunnel. He's decided to finally try his hand at splunking after many years of building shortcuts. In my opinion, and this is where my opinion comes in, he seems like a professional at blowing up tunnels, basically. So, you know, these jobs exist somewhere. So I'm going to say employed. Next up we have Little J, a self-proclaimed Splunky head trying to become a famous explorer. Gets a little overly excited around his heroes. So, like I basically said, it's not legal for him to have a job because he looks like he's like 12 years old. So, he's basically just having fun right now. He's not employed, he's just J. So yeah, unemployed. Our next character we have is Tina Flan. Tina Flan is the person who killed King Yama with the eggplant, clearly saying she's famous. She was an unknown caver. To me, like I'm going to say with Guy Spelunky later in the video, she's a professional. It also says she's famous, so that's not really a job, but she's a professional spelunker, caver in my opinion, so that's what I would say for that. So, employed. Valerie Crump is the next character. An avid fan of music and video games, she's trying to find creative inspiration through travel. I don't know whose child this is, but whoever let their child go to the moon by themselves is not a very good parent. Anyway, I'm just going to say it once again. Not legal where I'm from. Unemployed. So next is my favorite character, which is Ao. He's what you all might know me as when you think of my channel. You think of this character. Maybe. Hopefully, that'd be cool. Anyway, though, so this one is kind of a question mark. A monk with bright golden skin. By challenging his mind and body, he's trying to find peace in a chaotic universe. So, at first, I was going to say, like, the same as NECA. Like, I'm not in that world, blah, blah, blah. But I did some Google searches and I looked up, do monks make money? And it says that they are paid and the income is added to the community income, but they're allowed a yearly budget depending on his needs, and there is no private income for any monk. So the money they make is like community income because they serve, their god, I suppose. And I mean, I guess this is AI, but it says that it is a job that involves a combination of prayer and labor, gardening, cooking, cleaning, laundry, stuff like that. So, some attain an advanced degree or become a pastor. Because I'm biased towards his owl and because Google, I'm going to say it's a job. Employed. Next is Demi, the heiress to did I say that word right? To the Von Diamond's empire. She's lived a pampered life but is eager to learn more about the world. So I'm not British, so I don't know a lot about royalty or any other country that may still have it, a monarchy. But in my opinion, I have been to England before, by the way. I would say that it's technically public service, I think. And I asked, don't judge me, but I asked AI if you could put being a prince on your resume, and it said sure, because, right, so I used an example of the Prince of England, former prince who excluded himself from his role, and basically it said that he could put himself as a former senior member of the British royal family, which you do have key responsibilities and skills from that position, obviously. So for royalty, I will say employed, even though it's not traditional, I guess. Not a traditional 9 to 5, but to me it's still a job, so employed. Alright, stay with me, we still got a few more left. Pilot is the next one, a strange little spaceman from a faraway planet. He can often be found muttering about his UFO, the Campanella. So UFO 50 is a game that's not even out yet. I don't know what planet this guy's from. Spaceman. Pilot is a job, I guess, but you ain't making any money from this planet, and I don't know how it works on that planet. You're not human, so unemployed. Next is Princess Erin, a culinary expert who travels the world looking for the most exquisite taste to bring home to her kingdom of Heliotropia. Pretty much the same thing. Not a lot needs to be said. I don't know how old she is, but to me, royalty is a job. So I'll say employed. Alright, just a few characters left, and third to last is Dirk, a master ninja always looking to hone his skills. Another ad. When the moon called, he answered without hesitation. So, this is a weird one, because is a ninja a job? Like, I don't know. I looked it up. Basically, again, AI overview, but the average hourly pay for a ninja in the United States as of May 2024 is $20 with a range of 8 to 37. So when I saw this, I was like, what? And then it was like Naruto, and then it's showing me a reality TV show. So like, I don't know what this means. So then again, it says that. So I guess like professional parkour, I know that's a thing. I saw that from like a Mr. Beast short, I think, or that was like tag, right? Still kind of parkour. Let's go to another search I made. Okay, let's not do that actually, but I looked up, is being a ninja a job? Yes, it's a job. They're members of a Japanese society of mercenaries. have to be employed by the government. I don't even know. So, this is what I'm gonna say. Being a ninja was a job in a place that had an economy and a government, centralized government, and you could do it for a living with a fixed income if you had jobs, missions. So, to me, I'll say it's a job. So, employed, yeah, sure. So we're on to the final two here. Second to last is Guy Spelunky. He spent his life in pursuit of adventure and treasure, a young man no longer. He's reevaluating what's most important to him. So like I said for Tina, he's a professional spelunker, caver. If he made it out, which the canon is he did of the previous game, alive, he presumably made millions. There's no exact number, but he had to have made millions. That's a professional. You know, like there are people who are professional gamblers, people who professionally invest in the stock market or even crypto. So if you can make a living off it and do have, well, I guess it's not really a fixed salary, but he can put all that money in the bank and then give himself 10K a week. So it's a job to me, employed. And then lastly, probably the weirdest one, Classic Guy. They didn't make this game thinking people would make this video, so yeah. A version of Guy Spelunky from a parallel universe made of large, flat blocks of colors. You may think this is a complicated one that's going to take me minutes to explain, but it's really not. It clearly says a version of Guy Spelunky, a parallel version of him, and I just said that he's employed. So if he does the same thing, then to me, he's employed. He is a young man, I guess, because Spelunky Classic is basically the first game, and this is the second game. So is he traveling in time right after he got out the caves? You know, these are the questions that need to be answered. But we just don't really know. My best guess, though, is that he's employed. So with all my ridiculous criteria, we have a 45% unemployment rate and a 55% employment rate, which is catastrophically bad. However, the Moon and Spelunky 2 does not have an economy, so that doesn't really matter, so who cares? Still, most characters have jobs though, so good job. Okay, anyway, that was that ridiculous video. If you took it seriously, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a lawyer. Do I? I don't know. I'm 22. I don't know. I don't know that stuff. I'm in college. So, yeah, that was my criteria. I just, said 45% unemployment rate. That was really fun to film, by the way, just in case you were wondering. I had fun making this video, so that's all that matters, right? And you hopefully laughed once or twice. And maybe zero, but who cares? You still clicked on it after all, so thanks. And, if some people watch this, maybe I'll do this for Spelunky 1. And yeah, I did get inspiration from the Skyrim unemployment videos in case that wasn't clear enough. I saw it and I was just like, that sounds so dumb that I could actually do that for Spelunky just because there's no way anyone else has ever made this. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.